Assalamu alaikum, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to another episode of the Political Hour Show here on Eco TV International, the People's Choice, where we invite politicians, youths, and women to discuss about the current issues in our country here. And today, my esteemed guests are my colleagues, which are Kadi Drame and Abdullah So. We will talk to them shortly, but before that, you can kindly follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And sponsors are also invited. You can call on the numbers on the screen to sponsor this program. I'm your host, Rohia Tuture. Assalamu alaikum. That's in the far right, Kadi. Yamul ko dangal ne mul mandali nyina dimakena usual but then today ngato le invite nak ko mal fana mo banko dingoleti ko ka chami yalon ko banko kan so Kadi mbeti follow bla rek ya viewers all konto
baraka baake Rohia tu good day wonderful viewers. As he rightly mentioned, today I'm not here as a host or a journalist or a co-host. I'm just a guest, an ordinary citizen that also have her opinion rather on issues that affect our nations. So being better la janne burka kacha as Kadi Drame, just a citizen of the country. So I'll follow Doran kacha nyinga gena kacha with things that are affecting all of us in this country.
Thank you very much, Kadi. Abdullah, ni fana bule mul konto.
Yeah, Rohia tu mkontanta bake no. Nata nang ilanyum program o to nyame. Min keta the political hours ti coming Kadi dat la ka fo nyame dama. My name is Abdullah So. So repetition of Tonyin Damba, but it's because of the protocol in Benjamin. So well, my name is Abdullah So. Be international as a guest for this political hour. So I feel very, very happy and honored to be part of this noble platform. Coming Kadiya Fanyame today, Alkanamol Jibe, come like we are a journalist, Minjalon Company, but rather than for you guys to listen to our opinion. Coming from Banco de Motinyam, we also have our say. So be investing at mantra sitting as a media person, but rather than investing as Banco de So coming Katonyam, I feel very, very happy and honored to be part of this.
Nita content the content. Go for no content. Thank you very much. Well, by the Jubir Lalu coming Kuda Tinya Mendoro, Nimo platform to Mialon Conca Polika Mialon Bahapun Kambankoka. Nungalo ko coming ba political season la kono carte fayo barely 5 months old to JSM Prunga dun carte fayo. So ngajele ko Makuka Chalmialon ko kumeta bakeje wolling carte fayo quota kumaya aning I muna entail. So be wol munna main topic to Mialon comba kachala. So stay tuned. Aletara lori bunna datu durani palantero nimparta nyamen romba fayla lenane inshallah semba datile damen to doron Kadi Drame isa fono molle ko in your opinion carte fayo muna malo kumayade
abaraka ninkumba maro heri gombe ko tondi kana
exactly
wallahi wante bunyaro nyanda manna but then come like nga fanyamen doron be it's my own take on issues, and personally as a youth that is very engaged with civic rights, responsibility, and all that. And I tell people this is going to be my first time voting, so this election is something very critical for us as first-time voters, and also very emotional because now I'm not can I vote for the first time. Don't like I praise also because don't let that voting get time while me alone go come. Election jamal tamide, but election or that during my not remember election of election of me alone go a critical ta a koleata a duta even though I'm start follow call so for me voting is it's not a pressure or a pressure on someone or a privilege. It's just a right that everyone has as a citizen of this country. So the fact that I am voting means I have a responsibility. If you talk about your right, talk about your responsibility because rights come with responsibility. Ila right long pour vote. But near voting for naka kola long ko ilo vote ni responsibility lel ba koma. Consequences lel ba koma. Paper ita pro responsibility nyinta. Wolongo kanata just blindly yeta vote just for the sake of voting or vote for the sake of ngakari lonne or vote for the sake of nyimari nada ntala ben nafa kanyinala. Okay. So for me, voting rights comes with responsibility. So momoranding yalonko bi carte keso bebul yalonko you have a take and something to contribute to this country because your vote counts. Karte kese kilin ka ku kilin falini. So kana ko karte kese kilin ndora min diate te bola kala ni be vote kala emira fombe nyi min ke kan tembite ni ngal lambe sinola mbe nyi min ke kan tembi ngata carte di min fo sobe atala jartala mbe nyi min ke kan tembite mbama ni na antel ni na brother sol ni mi yan ko be dolbe bagwe silo kan dolbe marsol febe na fa sot lan tala nyi decision no nyi kan so wala ran ko mole ko your rights come with your responsibilities ninga meno dal daga this is my right but then what about your responsibilities so in as much as you are eligible to vote ya itini yeso reta te kate so ni nyanta sila ye mira ya ko analyze ya country nyen jibe ya politician wol jibe to yan politician bu ka understand because bibi la ya kawul politician kli yeso press kula mi yalan ko ina manaji bari imari fa nyaaji ala hakilo dila
to mi tol they are mysterious
exactly bari nyaaji ala fa hakilo din tol fananna be parentol do bije we are privileged to go to school even mi yalan ko la ka imanta tubab karamodo bar dunya ko ni bije ka karanne mol karanyal fatatal bar ni ka kuol je e ka karay kamil jelong you learn within your surrounding inyay kuol je le melketa momo de ettini yesuta jam bi imari carte ke so so de mari yalonne min bete ya tanyim banko yani min bete ya nyim banko entaka wala fa mole so right now that you have your vote, for me your vote is your voice, it is your right, but it's also a responsibility that you have towards your country. Understand that this vote does not just mean come like Kaiti Kenson and yung voters card yung voters card goes a long way. Beating that one vote that you will do will contribute to the 2 million people plus people that we have in this country, population that we have in this country. So what it means for me is that that is what I say, because by then mang vote ke so ya je bita ni election o tambita fem fen nin keta wonta fana decision o taji nda fana kule contribute ji so ntol fana media ntala message will go to us as first time voters and media lon ko fana ko imeta voting la lebar comme be mbafale doron ko ni be voting la ngalon ko nyeng is our right, but then is a responsibility that we owe to our state. It is something that we owe to our country, that we need to vote capable leaders, competent leaders that we know will serve our interests in offices.
Okay, Kadi. Well, I am very much happy and impressed with your answer because ila kumodated lati yafko emu first time voter di. So kana worinte long time voter di. Be cancel along the way. But then ya kuma fuja be kumatla be hasiatal. Bearing responsibility munte aman kenyaton ko damala nyanta responsibility da. Mol mi nyalo komba koma mun subject solfan de be nyanta responsibility tal. So as long as ngani ko mutangata nga inculcate in our minds nga jike nyato fonko fana binale nyato ta fana binale nan inshallah. So kadi Abdoulaye Sow insida fana bule fana yela miro fo carte fayola kuma yato
ya rohi coming mba kadi ya fo nyame da mba carte fayola kuma ya carte fayo akuma ya tabakela because coming aya fo nyame, and secondly fadang I do la mention which you know that no girl complaint ka foye ko banko kolyata ka foye ko atole voting girl kana mo fenge wante ngafta ka contradict do man dimbe
yala tiwa avalori wol
one understand ite mo killing holla accountable for the past mistake amari eminke because nyaje ko mba contradict la auto demanding is because kadi fam kasi janna ka for political integrity Allah tanyim banko kan ka understand and you vote for a particular person because of that person sell his or her agenda to you, so you also buy that agenda, that's why you vote. So when the fanka for modiele no ko that you people put us in this maybe during even Jammeh's time, I can understand. Nka for moliel. Why in Canada ni sita ye mira maybe it you vote for this, but after call you man nataku it mari nyati mistake or realize they not reverse back it tata because of what you voted for. Ima would expect. So in case min keta nyama, then one mistake, for instance, if I made a mistake, I should not be held accountable for that mistake for the rest of my life. Another important of voting na kumatal kendake because Gambia janu moye dan carte kilina aye dan ngamu metulla so ko min be won nyama ndunga je man sakunda mi yalon ka man tarata kan kul lafta ka bonde mo be ka fu nyoka nyabonde. If we are pleased the ruling of the government, that was also go why manya na sonna mo killing la carte ay mbedun di fenko kono masibo kon because gal coming for that come like cool be kolyar ne cool keta ten cool keta tanu cool kolyata aka mo be le ma so ko dum mimbe o nyama numo ko e ko be sone yandiro fela na yen ngame mari nyanta ke tulo la moy leyo fanan la moy te yenana ni mari jiko so tala karol yenana ya vota de ni ya vota mina ni aje den amari bo ke kanye den kuma ya nyin nata na wolto te haman ko mo minti ite wo soto dum wayar ko mimbe o nyama dal comme political integrity in the Gambia jan lack talale and also what I will appeal people that come like we should not hold people accountable for the one mistake that they did. Importance of voting is very, very important because if you vote today, abete la samale determine so pro don kela bitinya sama do mal la banko din kendo nyandaka song wala so ko min be nyama ngok mo murundi kan then kacabe fanula nyame dambambe diam la ku jama fanon kono wala nyama.
Okay, Abdullah barka bake, that was impressive. And then fana komi kadila ku modati lata afondun ko atamu first time votalti ndung ita make first time votalti just like me. So say ite mu encouragement la soto mim follow people e minul yalon ko mu first time votati just like kadi sitting here.
Yeah, first time voters mim for the dal come like this is your first time voting, you can't understand. Come if you are going to vote, campaign your best lale because kuno ndambambe se ku se di la life la moy ka TikTok I nene invite dame and in se ku sa ho because starting from next month it will be see no la ibetala door to door house to house so ko min keta o nyama ngajal opposition no fanam binal and even the ruling party ibinalale so ita mari don't just vote because of crowd ye mari carry you can understand no gal not na yela agenda wa fila go by their agenda. You can understand. Galbe mean follow. If I am to convince you to vote for me, let it be resilience. You can understand. Mekumo mean follow. Ya di before kuonyinga ye convince le. Don't vote for someone because of my family member is going to vote for that particular person. Gambia jam welem batandi. You can understand. Betara family economy which you know that majority mumi to ba file in political party le. Maybe this guy is not competent, but yes still I will vote for them. This political party they are well known and well structured for ambience. So the ambience so kamol carry. You go and follow them because of that ambience. Ambience so ina na emol tor. Just think you know hadama dingo ko di numo ko mo fayte ite fa no mo be diam kangiye hakilo be mentala ite fa ngo be wolon mo be to nyaaka hey ngade janne rohi se ngamel ne ro nyi nganyen taka bande the first time voters mem folale comment like alala had desire noma. Once you have the vote, you already know in your mind that iba vote la miye what you are going through ite wolone. So don't be deceived by their sweet talks. Because now these people they can talk. They can exactly. So don't be deceived by that. Just go by ila heart accept. Because in the Bama Delta kuma kilim bija kamin fonye you know. Ako go hanoma dungo isondo mo mi mota. Nata do ko la keta fengo nata keta do ko wati ita ko bi tero here to journalist or lafta ke wolta I have a passion to be a journalist ya mota ila sinin sama nafa abi bola journalist ya la sababol akonye ko hadama dungo e sonno moy mi muta e mari la soto be wolto so ko mi be o nyama ni ta sonno moy mi muta e mari la sama be wolto e sonno moy mi muta e manya na so moy nana nga bondi sonno mo ko so for the first time voters me mbal appeal la min no banko be nyame mo be lalo amanjari komen lenga dumo kasida wa mo dal ibe min face kan italalo if you are pleased by the ruling government go and vote for them if you want change yet still mo jamal le minul lota de but minul lota fanam power hungry latine ibe lo kan ifange because na politician jamal jam min an ko farasita politician le bale na taka lo ifange so ko min be o nyama and also people have been advocating for party led for the opposition and also candidate led you can understand ite ko ite ta party led la way nata loy fangoy so mo sifal mo led fo mo yalon ko nyanta kala mo sifal fo imanya nakalela so ngawtu mol bulo kon so rehen lok mo ngonon de lek.
Okay, Abdullah barka bake say kadi bamurane ita fanan kanam beri ngajel ko politician olo on sa foy be dal ni ibe la manifesto ke la ngajele ka youths and women ikebe include la manifesto kon ndum won ka jele ko beri youths ka fala ko tolle multimedia lon ko dia the future of every nation ndum politician ol tatola noy koma so saying ning ko melek ite chance to pour ka youths agenda da attending ite ba politician ol iba muna dan label pour ya address three things mi yalon ko iba address la pour for the youths
baraka ba ke rohietu nyinen karo nyin ko maya And ninko me 3 things that mandanila as you know youth dul functional but for the sake of this program I will talk about things that I feel like the government really needs to work on them. And one thing is that ikafale back on them, but then employment is something that this country really have a long way to go. Youth employment is lacking in this country because nga jalako skill center jamalal be country kono. University is been expanded. University saying ika enrolling minke cool expand tale say school la fatale college fanang expand tale. We have other tertiary and private institutions, universities in this country. So will be every year ika graduates lel sort of graduate like a graduate day. Do nikata our university do you pay money for them? The mil bantara ajoka dantal scholarship sort of mobe ma sort of those that are lucky to have scholarship or scholarships mo jamal bije ila parents will like a struggle puri ya joye yataw universities so the list ila parents will mean expect be ten ba ma be struggle kana fama kana education of further what they expect is that koning nyinde nata menyi minke ka amanke kensenke because nata ta fa jita nala londo abe do ko sosolal and that is what is expected after learning but say ngana jibe o mil be graduate ta jelle be do ko ke kan sa entem
wala fo ye min fon study bol fon do ko ke hani do ko sor
comme wana go employment o yaje niaje bitaadu lalu comme bite if I graduate with my advanced diploma in journalism tata journalism do ko nyene masoto na communication nyene masoto because journalism and communication wala tata nyola sa ni modo HR do ko dinna hanne manu rohimba talal because I need to feed
exactly
I have a family at home I have people that are expecting on me. Yeah, jiko suru ko nying na nying fa patra fa mbe nyina na tila so nta fanantel mbe malla ngata with my degree or my certificate nka si so ko na hanise ko mo kino fanan ko yam balundi ko teke abe ko le yalali so in as much as every agenda nata ka fole ko youth employment they are building jobs for us but come on look at the average job rate through Jibos. But I know for a fact that the number of people that are seated at home with their certificates and their degrees without a job is something that we really need to work on. Government have to work on that in as much as if school is something that the government ministerial news thing. When it comes to building infrastructure, if they work on it, and policies, they are working on them. But just the effort that they put in bringing those policies and bringing those infrastructure, those spaces for us to study, let them put the same efforts in building workspaces for us. Yet, nothing, come like Abeloko, the come yellow, come the I will take example of the Access to Information Act. Abijele, bari molninka. Near information or demand from public offices, institutions will be Simon communication officers. And it is something that they are mandated to have according to that act. Lualo, but say ni ani ni bukasoto. Do ko nyimfana bolnya ngakarango nyi karango ko diamule pour ya karango sonendim. Ya karango sonen bar karango ko lan solta minala do ko dulali. Doku dula fana mansoto. So let's create job opportunities. Jin job opportunities bina mol da handela ku jamal. Bite ni aja na brother sol ni na sister sol dul bite bila life risks la ka dunyim fankaso ko nakata bagu amanke dia ko tide. Wallahi rohi bite ning ibe min soto kan woto ni ka soto jang. I jama bi jebe stela janne. Amanke mo be tata lafta katale. Dul ka fuko tolle la life risks. They don't risk their life. They feel like they need to do it. And come moment ning hamo bela ni ma soto jangi ba fulam bat nga dula do jibe harama dingo mi hamo soto iba uluta damin to yatra ima soto ni ba fulam bat nga dula do jibe fo fanansi wokat wala ne bunda do ko ngama yela bunda do jibe but I feel like if we have better opportunities working opportunities working place and then a youth soul employee because ika ko do fanan jibe mo jama bi yetaro office ka kebal taraji some of them have they are retired time musita juna ima retire. Then corruption has a part in it also. Non-corruption, as long as it's something that we live by, after development because corruption does not just involve money. You can own resources or use it's corruption. Corruption has to do with favoritism, nepotism, so come dolbi jene multa ye ka position to me they don't deserve it. Don't need a degree, need a certificate or be serious so kon modo ko soto. So come akuonying a baby ta land la world. Nunti I'm someone that tell people. There is something that I will not hide to tell people. One thing that I cannot agree with this government is its tolerance to corruption. Whatever more lead can in most of these destructions that we are having in this country. Because niya action ta towards corruption kuja ma bija kela. Rohi nintanga kudo ke bi office yanta min yanta kala na yo kenna yang sak wala yang suspend wala ku kenna do karo fata war kar dan tan fata man sara de so ngamin so privilege min so ma so ko ta yadi banko din dole because tan o bere ka nyanta ji nda banko din mi yadi de ni atara yadi tal de ta ba fala ko kadiya min ken ta kala ka dinga ke nyina fana binala na ni so yaajale mbi ñoo horoma la wala ñaama mbi ñoo respect la wala ñaama mobi be do ko kala ñanta kala ñaame kayro e sabati so employment of kulti mi yalon ko I think any country or nation that wants to strive needs to make sure that our youths are employed because wal kany so ñaaro ni ko be employment bal yalo so employment o ñum ko di mi yanko e ñanta effort kala je ma fe man tara fenki kam but then they need to strive harder in it so ko di mi yalon ko youth sol be so wala la bakam na bata je fana ninko employment some will think it's just white collar jobs and the graduates medium kamilla but then we also need to improve our skill sectors. There are people that are football or the manjibe in sport. That is something that I will urge the ministers, the government itself. Yajibe for Gambia, our sport minister, sport sector. Are we really doing something? Are we really working? Comme ça intemba for Gambia Football Federation be election plan kan yeah o be ke kan but ñing mil bataji ñu mil benunji wal ya moneke we go through records millions of dollars have been spent on stadiums million ko ni futare je poto li ko le taraje a national stadium fon hani sang amang construct no correct ko
ñi dalilo ñi natina wala tina bring Senegal sita no World Cup wala Gambia no dol ba contanda manke beat comme dol contanda ko but then ila mo nata nan ko comment ka ko minun yalo fanko e man stadium correct so man kuron fon so pour ka fanko jibe do somehow ni ajibe bala fi kam fala but it is the fact wala to nyanyi
because biragada
no as a citizen man obviously but then ipa mi nekela no it is the fact
na ko sun dol bi jeme ko be Senegal ni ko communicate because ngal ne bina wala folan ñam ngoy ko man duma len faale sen xola len sonal ngoy yeen lutax demu len moy ne da ngeen ñu xeeb rek ako ñu ko ñun xeebuñ len de waye yeen ana lo len di bakkoy kadi da ngeen amul stadium
exactly
ngay dega ngay is not your fault
it's the
was fault why ba just fault wala ba ngay ko dara fault dem why ba ji la fault lañ ñen
yeah andu yekuma killing fo jam min keta accountability di comme corruption oni accountability bu ko kenyem banko kanja insaf comme 8 years accountability bu ko jam parce que mbuka government jay fintina nana more held responsible for what they did no ntemaje follow foy sajenuma ntemaje follow so wala ti da hanbi corruption obo continue kan do ndum sang ikakel mol nyaal comme ka kuy ñakane do
it's been normalized black and white it's normalized that is what I told
so
you. I went to a particular space and for come I won't talk about but ndar dal to do me fen nak try kan to get and bring bitakan camera ko time bitakan and to rush la because if we didn't get early and be cuter la be jam faring akon ñiko aman jarala ako jinem futata be sel be murunda na will make it on time ko okay let me just go hello tata ngana hajol ke mankoron dafa mfutata ala funol tay moko no molle tare be ran non je dol bi je kabinen subay be je ay molo ko lo fintita na yara fate solta be bela sen wo mari in advance braka nana ay be prepare bra finta di mo la ngan ko din tata dia mo man soda ko la passport do la nyam fana mo na friend do ba kacha kan just not lengo go do nyum ko nyiko ndala do expire ta nga metani mbo ngombo security di tala o ko nyiko na do kana expire la ko je banna expire ndade ko do spend la do kam ko teke ako nyeko because nga ka min ka wala ko sa jan travel opportunity na tan kana bata ko teke o do ko ay ko nte brenda benta brenda travel na mari travel so lo go to China ako lummen na be traveling ko nyum fintita biri ya faaye milba traveling ko nyum to biri ya faaye a foy ko passeport o tembul ye nombale di yalla dola ne membe communiquer la fay kari ñol ko ngana jang atata ena talol ñun ko be ke kay ko bite ngata fintinola ko sama yana kama sama tata kama ata mata tata So do kay ba man jarinte ta, because the problem is yeah, $5,100 is, I guess, you spend on a passport. I expire the travel opportunity man. Iba renew na the same money you will spend ka. So do kay janim mo kelam fananga si fonin na silo finti tam fananga ko nyam yan nombanyin din na. Ngay wasan tol nga ko nyam sun tol be. Yeah, you know what I realized at the end of the day, nta fonga lafta bulalo corruption.
Exactly, kombol fole.
Kombolang ko because that is what I tell people, because come mutumo ko la fo. Ngola moy politician jamal no wutumu. Million ko jamal be opposition ole be government against kanu. Ya kuma jamal fo. Government kam ne fo ye nal man dun ko nyum ko nal te changes ken wala. Ye jama convince wala nyame ko yedum. Bar biri dunda. Itol man changes kere. System woni ne
gana continue
system woni ne change. So corruption woni even don tol ko be corruption wala be kam fo mfuta to ka chanyi ko no. Nga fo nyoen ne ko tol fanam ba kala wala nyama.
Den ni partena nga public deceive.
Exactly.
That is what is happening here.
Kadiba min fokandamba coming nalman dun system o ko ne bukalo. So nde buka mol blame je o baga because na government is ka wala for powers corrupt, absolute powers
corrupt.
You can understand. So obviously the corruption o baga the why need futata ji. Among getting from corrupted is the system that is corrupt. You can understand. So even if you don't want to be corrupt, system on be force la le corrupt. So obviously by force you will be corrupt. And then secondly, fanang importance of nyimbe fokandal, coming like importance of youths, government obe minkela youths here. Kadi ye football or fallen. I fenko fanang for unemployment. By no more nata pagentry jibe, Gambia la pagentry jangamo fenke. You can understand them. Just kununko Miss Universe majibe kan Uganda la win. Uganda yalong ila Queen Crown in Jeleseda. $24 million and in a brand new car. Here nga janga nga pajendri fenko so do nga pajendri fenko so do nga Queen soto le kan Miss Gambia ñun lungal kono rohi ngajale ya ngajale
congratulations
very
to her.
congrats to him. Why birin ay Miss Gambia win ay muna soto ndama ja min soto janga modeling agent sol soto jan the likes of Image Production ak beauty queens aka wala produce Gambia jang se ko be fo mo bar ko mi musu nyima wote mol bloko mo mo fo mba fe mari be wudi
na lady jibe jang ko
exactly ala fingo jiba be mala mala na nyam nyi hani lampol fato wota tin na la mala malo nyi wo man ko so come nata won see falso those are kind of people that we should think because once you have your mala mba nyam you have your pageantry companies you can have deal with these artists if they want to shoot video. It's going to be a project. Let them pay money and your models be part of the videos.
A friend of mine used to tell me that I'm a national asset during the
sorry. Ni nata nan jantandi ila fenko ila Miss Majak ni face of Majak. Na classmate le nung Gambia hay Reina to Jallo. Abala je face of Tassel institution. Atata Majak represent and atata nata nga second round up. Ay mung impact le dilala. Ama impact dealer, and if you are going for pageantry, you go with your platform. You can understand. Cultural diversity. I mean, what I advocate. After winning your crown, you should follow what you have been advocating. Diversity. Muna ministry Ministry of Arts and Culture. Muna nama warena tu makwe. Pura diversity. I Gambia connect with another world so that the Gambia also can benefit from outside, because y'all know that diversity what you have been advocating. If you have that connection maybe with China, when Gambia have that connection, that because Gambia here they will say foreign policy, but that foreign policy mostly the outsiders benefit more than us. So if I advocate on my platform that I was a king, you can understand. I advocate for cultural diversity. I will sell the culture of Gambia in Japan and those also in Japan. I will allow them to come here so that we can also learn their culture. Tolerance and acceptance. Diversity been untrue that we will be able to achieve more. Why come here to Adiamo Theatre, when it comes to the Gambian artists, support is very, very lack. We have Minister of Youth and Sport. Artists are under youth. You can understand. Why can the Minister of Youth and Sport yellow artists only? You can understand. Just as I am talking right now, Flexi Joe Felala album launching Canaan December 7. It had a German Express from Senegal. At the Galadina Sotola on the 6th, on the 7th, I one of the biggest venue, GCCI. Jaman 2 days abe wala kala
2 days long.
abe gala kala on the 6th flexi jola so lungo ay dance ke Gambians are mute e man tara ko nyinti
no gamenol bita
and as a Gambian artist abi jen Gambianol bita la nyin why not ye nyinna sota ya boycott where is the support the one thing I will say for free the hypocrisy level of our attitude is beyond measures. And these are some of the things that we should eradicate if you want to move on as a state or as a nation.
Kilo kumo jansa dorong, nying kuamba kiring fenke flexi jola programme o ye foreign artiso kamana kake disintin ngaji gis yenni say la takela ci sanol
yake jang
estila yake flexi jol dola fana na programme o binna nang ibakelo nyama so ni ngaji gambianol français imanya naka head of all but if only nyanta step tile because this one is my own ni Senegal ndi ñi wake abasikala abasamba bango kon ay fen soto ja abasamba Senegal so bita Senegal la fonko economy la makola tente la Gambia economy makol so nduna fonko na on artiso mi ala mbake aba holo min jol holo nyimba Gambia jan
aba tax jola
aba tax jola minul bita organizer wo pengo femba kala ni programme wo fen ente
production o promotal sa be be jol
ko do nyimba tula jana hani bi so mina nan tan na on promote la no but the motivation la tije e buka pare kan na mol motivate
wala la nyim den kilo Mr. Officer he had been promoting that song since day one Flexi Joe because I know Gambia jan he did not mean soto a big he keep on promoting that song every day about promote like every day Gambian artists will jang you told the killer so promote
exactly
constantly you told like because nima promote no one will support you aya jibe although ko min katala jang ay banko dingol niyo to by bring ay botan America ak adiam tal la bon fokal ya muta jaloti iba ko mandira media platform mota bitala ka man support and I was still in America da ma sa make min jefan janna kanana way ma after so although so the show was bit successful but the turnout was good as no come no mo be fintira dali ya support so the support nyindo ma nyanda ka lack as banko dingo nyanta ka nyo sembento ya baga
so ngaji ki Gambia fo nyanta step tala wotol nying jaman min binal na ma fo mo kana support but then ite kana woni ta selendi no fonta
ko milia jam mil kom nyim nam kom na promoter lel fon ka na hati kay afon start because ite milia jaman invite to come to the Gambia they know very well that there is a Gambian artist that is having a show
wala ki yake jan tanga chamla lonchin lungo wolungo busy signal plate ki we jang GCCI
so it's not like we don't want to support outside artists. Wallahi, the German is the one that I listen to. Nga support it. But listen, I tell people when it comes to my country, come jani ban kafanyaji wulo kono nyino balun le su kono nyino balun so kom ko nyimbol nyam no matter how it is not that being left ka modo support but nda fongo ya fongo mandara nda ko kata wonde yare da mboke la nyaajile the money and the resources that you are putting in to bring in German in this country on that specific day, you put even half of it to support this guy, it will work. And we will appreciate how the government can help the youth for employment because Gambian TikTokal financial I understand and just currently Pella and Jarvis, which you know that though the other guy will just act like a robot and the other guy is a streamer. So I mean appeal that come like the Minister of Information, let them also try so that the Gambian content creators, their platform can be monetized because once it is monetized, even if you don't create job for them, through that they will able to have money if their platforms are monetized. So youth employment among the office create means. All these are means. So internet generate ka world. So they are miracle man tar do ko.
And he see the screen in your toto can send.
Last time I made this clear, I was telling bring and it came during the time that the ministry was trying to regulate journalists and media users like that. Ngoyo ko ku mi jela nyenta min kela de nal bal fam batandi la nyen. Alma molla social media monetize pour mo le ko do sural ka kata regulation oral be ko do min spend law.
Just to restrict.
So alcohol ke min yano ko mol na fala dina ka ko kalbe mol sorana wala ka mol control because that is what it seems like at the end of the day. So Ministry of Information have a lot to do than come kata oku avoka restriction or kela. So come apply nyimi for not try monetize right now. TikTok al mil bijam.
Exactly, they are
social
trying
media
to be
users al mil
honest.
bijam. They are creating content. It's not like
Exactly.
we don't create content. Like model bijay ka content min create.
Yeah,
It's
we are
very
good
good. It's
content
entertaining,
creators,
it's
yeah.
educative. But they are not getting support. No ni batata jay tu no la jay tu nyaka fere ma
Even
nyaka. At the end
simple.
of the day ko la fo. Kabla kari man jom so kari man wa tra man ka man jom so. Amari yole no abole ke kan dol ba ke kan banku dol tre ko
They are earning millions.
if a cross can be family na fala, so why can't our government create such opportunities for us? Mobile mari ya sonne fay ni mega bel sotono, but then need to ko wuli ko dol provide more to make it accessible. We cannot do it on our own. Come go be ka ko you so lazy that man lazy at some point. We just don't have
The
support that we need. So come binim come besira jamba fule nyenta minkelo youth so better la jande
No, better jande for sama.
because there is a long way
But
to go.
ato nato mo flock and battle invite na kotenke. Yeah, inshallah, ba invite na kotenke. So then we move on to the next question or mi alonko bearing alonko politician or ning ibinal nang ika kuma jamal fulan du mol ke ten la as people min yalonko they are sweet talkers ida kono fonko liole be je ni dia mute doro iketa kariya wele ka foni jalol le ni fem fo nyame doro ikela ko domte ka tay ka spray ka wala nyam du many people also believe that in current government mi yalonko abije amanke government mi yalonko asi gambia mako no so fo itela miraroto ning opposition min be bay opposition o Seattle ning any one of them that emerge victorious na election kono inatana winter ikete gambia president for na daily life aba change leba.
Thank you so very much, Rohe. I said it once and I'm saying it again. Niemang chance di dola italon na be minno la nata min abe ay minno na ma minno. Comme that is to say comme yale te afal fa na winter fa ba keno banta ba fo kam mo comme dolbi je already they are saying come like ko nimbaru bata je so sente nga jumala jembe min kelaji they are having doubts. But I tell people we have tested Baro. Someone told me that ganyan test lembar nga do test. And that is what is logical. Come Baro na tale for 10 years. So moma min kenye for 10 years. Mami ra nita another year pour ka prove nye ko abe akeno la le for another year. So I tell people we need to grow from the ideology of mbuka mansa wulindi. Ntol buka opposition support. Ala kamansa londi sindi. Hey, ala buka jina santa carte fay. Ala te jila nan santo rohiya to ayta sikaye londi state house. Ibe effort lekele ya movement lo ya political party lo ya mol nyini. Ya lela kumoka yela itela kumoka because wada mangole soto bar hey ngalon ne fanan ko kumo mi yalon ko at ni ya fanya so ndamo be mutalambe yo lon so things that are attainable ni yo foye ko lon bar ne nate ko mbega ko Singapore in next 5 years ila tare ko wala ne karte fay amari tamari le be fanya mandi kande because it ne Gambia be development to science so ni tala ko Gambia economy ni nga beta keno ko Singapore in next 5 years imari itala lato ko mo nyina mola moye kamin foye where what they are saying is attainable kamin fo iba ken wala la ni efforts ni put in fo ya resources ni sotal fo resources ni ma so fa fo tol ya knowledge sotal min bat na resources ni be wulla pour kata nyini so e mari ko la jibe so sa nin do fana nata ndaka min fo moli it's not like I'm telling people that let's bring another person by force so that change bar nin do nata mbo fana jibe lale Nadia Tantole 5 years the mabole the next 5 years nga bondiji. We need to be serious about politics in this country. We need to let politicians know that kontoli ke sindi no Nadia tanya wato minambe wutula jere nga do sindiji. Politician tanten tolti na tax ko do ke jo walla.
Exactly.
So itanten tolti. You will not dictate us or threaten on us on position. Siga famo ko menyin kala. Nin do nata fana. Na chance di wala. Because nyin no biraka na mo malon. Anatale mota fala man fenke afane development wonati le ay democracy strengthen le ay infrastructure ay do ko ke jele ay do ku jamal kele educational sector fana even though ibe process o kan bar ku jamal ketale so comme ata fana yakele bare ya ta dam man ta keno la nin tata ko ngaji ko dol bi jela ta fana mbuka ku keno wotol la ta ko modole ba keno la ngonati na faji ko bola ko faji ko to la ko nga chance yala for 5 years
comme like na own president kamin fo ni tata iba president le mita je kolenke you run out of ideas. So I believe this.
So nde malum foy ka run out of ideas le fondi ka tala foy ka feel too comfortable wala tene ka relax. But I tell people we should nde I'm a person that believe in doyana adanta da men doya taji. Nde I believe Gambia manyana murun nambota men kono. 30 years, 20 years of ruling from one person. It's like having a king. That is what it makes me feel. So but I don't really want to judge right now. If I'm married, changes not that. Mo faran test nga jibi. Na 5 years they are married. Man jam fa ba ke nga jibi. 5 years di do faran. Amari na ta make kuke wala ka minke is worse than that. Mo fanan bondi je nga do na.
Have your vote.
Fo jandim ba sot la lafta minna. Because that is what we have. Nga do na ti sentem be jikela minna ko nyin akwa ba kala ndo ay mim fo jannim ba di la mara manga ko mari ya fa doronde. Let's sit and analyze and think. Amari ka manifesto will be present and I can policy will be na. For is it attainable within the span I can mim fo. Na efforts ke je fo wol be keno la le. Ni be keno la le. Chance dia mari la. 5 years dia mari la. 5 years ma fa ba be keno la but na tara ba kesi lo kan ne mari ba jala within that 5 years o kono. Na make abondi je do enana. I think that is my take on issues regarding to whether another person will bring change or not. Let's give another person a chance. No fana make kom ngado bani nyama ngado fana bondi je bolo nyama doro.
Ya bol nyama ni ite nyim patke ita be kala no.
Keno la.
Exactly. Ni ite nyim patke ya di ndo fana yim paddo kay continue. So Abdoulaye Malo mena mi tala tekti on this.
Rohi ko mi mbaka di ya fo nyame damba iko dunia fa mu nyofu kalamat.
Exactly.
You can understand. Bibi nun ni kadi nun tani tan kadi be siri. Kalama fulana tan ni te de ya do mo foy kono fat maybe no kadi man la fi comme like ina dialogue da kilingoka ni te ya do mo foy kono fat e be wulilale ya fo ay tay kalama nyinku because maybe I just so mutano and nanga si ay adom akono fat ay wuli na manu sa nun si ta mo saba nta manyam buitele te manyam buntela kadi manyam buitel nta ngabi ngadi kadi ya biya ya ditel ite ya biya dintel be rotate kan yalo mo sabol be kono te fano la wati kile ni te kono faate te wulite te tan yanta ne sa to nen kadi kala mafula nate ya biya ya domo akono fata wulta maybe han sa te la kono faani aninta la kono fa bali ya nyin kanyanta so ate la kono fata te wulita nta kono mamfa nta nga continue so ka wala fo nyofu kalama itala fengu itala satisfaction o danta dam abuka tambiji nyin jiyo mutaba ya fo be nyim be minani pareta ya fo be nyim fanan landi laji atina so ni nyim min ikofita mbe sirin jante diamta fon kango jada kadi jibe birana nan janga yemin fontani te minne because ba kango le jata adiam tele fa chanta man tamino so ay jole nit ka yele ka dumandi minji isaje komin lay akango nyina jani we talam so amin ke kam afango la hakilo ay wala suma comme tem fango forcer no la ngachan so fon sen diabu dumandi ngam bireki ngajiyota ngamin dumandi so ngama ko min be nyama fanan rohi haduma ka modun kula so e ka understand isembo danta dama buka tammi woto harmani we sembo danta dama buka tammi woto comme kunun janga jelo sunguto min banta jam which is jatu cham almane manin ka fatala e ka understand iko Gambia nol man finti ya donate which is right ngamol so jande miyo ko do soto binu jatu cham finti nan nga ka donation no nyini rohi sembo man tammi $1,000 la ka kiyaye ni te $1,000 kiyaye kadi 500 kiyaye tanga 300 kiyaye ate 2.2 million la ni ndol sembo e wala no ten tol ngamin soto what woman kunu ateto bari mo biye mi ala ko million ba bulo ko na ya dundi je o million sa ma ko eno at least ay tala sojiri la so that shows that hadama dungo ila takato kala nyaawo nya ila sembo danta da me se dan no woda man so ko min be o nyaama kay sai ko min kadi ka fa nyaami min man si ta wolonna bari min man si ta wolonna nyaawo ta ngamo min man si kadi isa lonno kadi nga politician ol jidal min yan ko de lack self integrity imon fore ya soto ibe sataro kelo ko mi musu bularingo ibe diamlo jumping like a frog just like a political prostitute jumping from one place to another rohi foroyali rohi wolu ne nga foje pani fay ke foroti o mete ke foroti ntela foroye ta fono gon te pani famu foroti wala ntake foro mbani mfase foriano ngake jombutu din kesoti ni mo kolti mi yalon ko nyanda ka folenten deyla bibi nunal nga carte ta nga ci kam mola mi yalon ko de lack self integrity mom fenje foy fango andu rohi ni be ye wollon janne aman jari ka personal ni ya mari mention asake personal attack ti aman jarala way nga wolje janne mi yalon ko botam molle bale farasite tata loy fango e hey hadama dum mi sonno mo sodo no mo sifal nata loye ngade sonno mo tata non sonno mo famo tata so ngebula da may continue
no emin okay sang kadi ngamo pakandi kan
no
ka on jada sa mba move on to the next question o kam mi yalon ko kan bi ni carte fay ko wala but then ngajel ko comme gambe jan ni etini soto eligible tele pour ya carte muta ya fay but nga doljele hani woy ka tara siring behind e boko sonkata carte fay e ka jele dalilol ka tari bul min yalon ko somehow ni ajibe it is flimsy ba falo ko ha hani nga fay wo ku kilunga le man sata falina hani nga fay falana ha jota jara lay tata cool chain la then the different excuses si bol tale ba dile but then nga yel ko bankol mbije ko Australia carte fay ya ke mandi trilade by force le ibite ba carte fay ni atara you are due but then na janga jel ko wasifa man tara jam so itala miraro to fo o fana nyanta implement la jande bon comme by force la ni is la sanjoy carte fay aussi yata carte yo fay
nyanta fay la well ni entu comme like mfon bulula la ran safu ko nyanta nati la le by force moy carte fay because nga feel le ko you don't need a law or an order for you to know that you have to vote. It's not you need to vote. Comme vote mu nyantole di.
Amu anyanta ka ke waji vote.
Anyantale.
Mbatu mbaka di mbatu.
Na bra jemi sa.
Anyanta ka ke waji boni farro ni sunolti. You can understand. Rohim. Sign them what I come like IEC after supplementary voters registration winning. Ya kaitol bondere each constituency, each village, each ward. Itatare ya tapuye maybe you are not aware, but in yanda katali ye tota ya list. Exactly. Ko mimba nyama IEC tata ya list. And the day of the election list to better regular. It register ma vote. Ni 18 so de manta nyene. Man sakundati na la nana ila suko na ya fay ko muna ne sanje tan ni se soto e man tañin but ye ettin so de tata ya fenke nate sita nan la ka desi kali e sita suko ne ma fenke after the election e ka understand ne you should be questioned why you did not vote and there should be consequences because every vote count undecidable vote ita sila no suko ne man carte fay e ka understand ngana sija moye modan carte kilina carte fula wata mo kebe ni kebe be sirin sokon nu wol ya fayno maybe nun tanga kande nyanda kadi dan carte minna mimbe sirin sokon wanya nda kende sababu di pro kadi kanante da so
nganyo fatenne
nganyo sibutu keso kundu tende
ndi ikanaje those are the very people mini yalon ko to complain exactly ngo sifa jama
ndol jamal bi jang ko ma manke comme like nga sotole bar hanne mu nekata ndol be wullala lungol ndani tani abla ndol kala ka wulle nga foko mbita do ko la fansi fenso do nga sino sokon do bi jaman tarta kan do ko la man ka man do ko sala lesi ta kata do ko la alesi ta fanan ka carte fay alesi ta ka diam carte fay ko fanan na o mo sifa do bi je wol hamol le fata bari tolle complain no getol to katambim toldi
e hamodo bette tek
man tara fiya ko mi tola tolte effort kala ka ko ke bar nin complain o sita ka foy ko mi kata tammi kata sumdan je ka me ba fole nyimban ko fe man tara ta maka bari to dol mi kata rafo kala ka wuli to man dara ka tambila o geto to la min tasku wala mina do ko wala mbe murunal ko take ngetara siri o geto kilo ngote be ko nyin kilo nyim foka so ya mi rejumara baboli kan muta keleye comme surwal ka fa minna yalla be sa tol comme ka ko ne ala lambar ala betar comme be kula kala ala ye na ayetara ji aye ma ko bari be sirin suko ne yebulo la nyoka hanta sabayo ni to sabayo ta sikala ye wirdo ke duwa edingoli iko sebe duwa bala min to arim barako ba bala min to so comme ku kurandi ka kula ke ku soto so comme votin ni anyantale pour mobe yake ni tata fu si tama I register the least you could do is to go and vote comme na dan no sono sota yana na modol bi jemiro ni pa biro ndo bi ka fe ne ko carte man fa yakata man sala ya comme undesirable voters itol ko kata man sala itol yo notion wala so wana pabi dol kala ke dingol fani man carte pay because ka fe no bela carte ni ya ka fo man sanya ko opposition pabi pabi je min complain tala adinga man carte pay ako wala ya tinna wala carte min man pay so comme yalla because they have list of the mil be register so itol ka mutale ko nimbe ma pay sa wala so ni tata to mil be ma fay e ko se kala ya ka fo man sa so that is also a notion that is going on. Nga moyle ko bir nga moy mero la gay hey. Akonya ko ha wala ka katul malo man sawulo mandia. Katum so abiba fo kanya man sawulo because ni I had this argument re ming here wala ka fanyo kontrol buka man saw. Wulin wala tol buka keteng. I don't like it. Man sana jatra ka tuje nga tuje barna man jarala kana fanyo ko don tol buka ke. Jumala buka ke jumala on tolji.
Ndolam banku dingol
di so ngakalo si fale ke ka bo control mol manke opposition on tolte kala opposition odi ndolla mol manke incumbent ndolte kala dol be national be bulde modol hani bi ning ibe opposition mi support ka nakata government ibe ta opposition dula
bari ko ma ko mandin ko fa ne kuma kilim fo mbuka man son na buka son
abole nya
man son nit nun tam man son ti ni mo bulori ngolti no ma fa ko neta mun ko len oto ala fanan be ku kelan na karola
ila kul bol
man son nena buka son
so comme gamme no la ku be ko lela ba ke ba comme ta kam fo moli da bebe lead la to the same thing that I mentioned earlier, that is responsibility comme mo be nyanta lon na lo ko ila comme nyanto la mu yikan wajibo le kan comme ngana mo dron ka ko man sal be accountable ni mal fata la kero ni lata alla lata day of judgment kana mo dron ko adam baro dam may batale konti bola ga fa ko nyim banko samba nyaaji de ntol bebe konti bola le ngam contribution ko towards this country because nga o to this country comme nga o to muslima yala nyamen ka ko dol ka ni ka fata ko dol ma nga auto this country le fananko carte ka mansa kendo sindi mi yalon ka be na fal na dimbayal nin na wululal nin signol be so comme ni nga tawo nyama comme nga ta nyama ngalon ko nyim kulti mi yalon ko amanka ko be diala nyele nga ka ta diala nya ke bare na right lom pour ka na responsibility lom pour ka ke pour ka sone ndiro nati kan nyato na di nyim bankun kan den nga mer ni mo be ya tawo nyama kon mo ta sira ka ko I did not decide.
Thank you very much. Well, kachaba diarinde but tamola banjam fakuro. Sami mbekele na nyini kar la bonti doron Abdoulaye ba commencé leta ya. Ning coming almambe sol sima jadi kendal. In 2040 mo nata na dindi ngoten tay nyini ka koy Abdoulaye back in 2026 foy carte fay la numba. Ite ba mu ansa si fala dira. Mina beta proud ni la wala mina beta malundi la in 2026 election on nyina.
Well, by any question about mba connect with those people many yalong ke la foro ya wa fi min keta carte wa fo
yeah
you can understand bibi no more not in 2040 I enter reference back in 2026 I will be very very proud Kafa I was part of the change or I was part of the government that continue you can understand because what I believe that anything that I decide on December 5th, I should hold myself accountable rather than allowing people to hold me accountable. If I do good, good will follow me. If I die, and if I do bad, bad will follow me till in my grave. So, never decision, what decision can let it not be a stupid decision, which you know that I might be questioned in the future for references purpose. And in case, even if someone should reference me back in 2016, if I do good, I will be very, very proud. I, Abdoulaye, so I was part of this. I voted for the incumbent due to the guy was working, the OIC road development, the Farato Hospital project. Because Tonya, kadi ya fanyame. Mansabe do ko ke kan barabu ka be keno because once ise mansa ko nyaawanya iko follow fa ya ko nyaawanya ala nyin keso koyo ibe otula bulo kono so as far as come like member sirinje min kada his excellency the president Adam Barrow which you know that we all have regards for him in you can understand because he is our president despite come like you have come like miscontradction with the opposition or people that supports him ni fango site balna ko na tan l'hopital no ay l'hopital balo farato e ka understand maybe people will others are saying that the l'hopital no lo boroti it does not make sense but once if I criticize that as an opposition, yes, Baro Lopitano or Bariboro TG, I come. I will not rebel. I will just put there the medicine. That is fine. And a marila effort, we should acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Ni nata OIC road, you can understand which connect to Sting Corner, Ndekata Banjul, Nkabana Birham, Farato Busumbala ka block nyame, Latir Kunda Talin, Water Casara, Jelaka block Dulabi, Janika for the Westfield, Natanam Fuji, Natanin Costa Rolla, OIC road. Natanin Senegambia traffic light, Natanin Sting Corner, before Sting Corner Ngata, because Jebuka block, Wabata Minokana and Latir Kunda Jang. A block so fanam another accessible fenko natile no coming movement only another fanam fenken so I will able to convince people His Excellency President Adam Barrow he walk you can understand and I was impressed that's why I voted for him you can understand once I vote for the opposition mbafle ko I did not vote for the president despite he worked, but he was also engaged in corruption and mismanagement of state resources. So anything that I will reference myself why I voted for him should be based on tangible reason why I voted for him in or why I voted for him out. So and also yalo nuna nang idane kemelulu dina wala wili lulu iko nyoko ila carte wafe nanga carte wafe so I be proud to tell someone that I sell my integrity
no it over
ndo fola so comme ku kendo dal ni ake dama fulol kamen foda ma sa wadi ko jaga hette sa wadi ko bona hette harama no yo ku kendo ke iba sotal te ni jawma ke iba sotal birinta ngolo ro yenta buka duano moy fa ngajamfa because ni ku kenne ko nyoko he Abdoulaye Sow wili lulo fele ataya ka fu fanga mbafle ko rohi alma ale joy nganiyo so yalla wo mu duwa dangolti natare yen so ala pour ku kenol ala be jole nganiyo natare fana yeku yadina la pour ku jaw ala be jole nganiyo so momo dal yeb minke moy natara jawma le be wol solata natara kendole be wol sotala so menno ko mo boyla nyin to damba
thank you very much na gentleman Abdoulaye say kadi ifana na ton yemina soto ka photo
Come here, for what we will say in 2040 if we are asked who do we vote for or did we vote?
Yes.
I think anyone that vote will be proud. Come Ablaye Rezinol Mimpo. Mimbe mo malula wala mam vote. Wala nga nakarte wafi. Wala nga vote le because ya njikindi nyine la comme like ko mbenyene didi la ni nyinketen comme wala be malla bar ning ayatara. You vote as a Nte already I concluded that mba vote la karile. Mba vote la dalilo min nanta ngalo ndu reason lam is reason enough pour nga vote kay. Nga track record le jibe nga mari la manifesto le jibe wala nga ko le jibe ngalon ko nyimba vote la nyene. Ndunni election o botala nte mal la ka ko nga vote nyene. No hanni mune nata mbafalo ko ntale ya vote ni ntale ya any development that comes na mari nata nga vote mi pour kam wala natiji na mari development o development nati na mbafalo ko I have a role to play I played my part in it because la carte kontita jele ning ayatara comme like nga vote dafa membi je pour ICJ I fem training after this one also mbafalo ko I have a role to play in that one but ni ma vote mu mekedu yala wala malodi so vote bali anta ba fala muli wala malodi in 2040 mobe malla kamen fo ni yenen ka 2026 election wala but as long as ya vote do ya vote with a clear consent not based on any interest except for the interest of this nation then you have a clear answer and a proud answer to give anywhere you go at any year in time ndabe wala fala
Allah baraka bake being content bake nga very meaningful and well structured conversation also to la ninda mbolu na on kadi and na on Abdoulaye so I am very much happy and inshallah atulo kay every time ba invite la na podium moto la kana nga kul ka chami yalonko it is beneficial na pour na banko molbe so badi njuber la lo felentina tan programme bandulato bi nga nyina sotale nimbadi malu nga kul ka chami yalonko akuma ta bake la pour kanyi jama doron aliya try comme follow Facebook, TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. Sponsor la fa nambal invite la nal badi mala rohia tuture. Wa jannim bata doron kana cameraman na camera ledi kebe kontom kadin se fa nambula yapo mole bye bye jannim ba close.
Well, rohia to baraka bake ndol contenta bake bi kana si jang because ngamera an interviewer getting interviewed is the most funniest thing, but it's something that is privileged because we at least moment I said what I said in my capacity as a citizen, just as you. So today I'm not here as a journalist or as a host also. So it's I'm very honored that you had decided come on Natijan because idal taka big man wala natina nya barum koy ko nyen sira on dul fanang aw
non ja mo sir je be big person la de
kana fa doen be am honorable guest because you platform mo demi yalon go politician bal kana jang e kana si jang e fana yela policy fo yela manifesto fo yela agenda sel barum dul fana mo citizen TV are also part of this politicians dul be politician ol tenta ko fo moli because I am be la concern at the end of the day so bin dul fana nda fana chance to janni abla kana ka fi ma jang dul fana ngan stay for on issues that are happening. No matter what happen, I don't know nga meranga kuma dantani fajane me yalon ko abe mobe aput la de back of your mind during this election. So mbafale ya baraka bake kontanta bake viewers will ka fala la baraka bake fo wati ko dem fajani be mo imbe.
Thank you very much kadi. Ita mon kontanta Abdullah ye bole fanya fu mole bye bye.
Makadi afanya me no. We know that most of us we are very very judgmental. So if we are to judge maybe those that will watch the program, let them not judge us based on our qualification or based on our profession because they nyadama mabo sign Eco TV. Maybe those me no better comment say how these people are media personnel. But nga fengo fem fojang na journalist den ko wuran na ngelandi jana so nata ka diamja as banko dinya because muwalti so we also have say in the national development. So ko min tata nyama nata nga tinyaro ke wamu jonna mari ka fanyani jo yala na so lan wad so ko kendo min fatan salon ko bota mari ban sabale ya so ko min keto nyamaro here I feel so happy pro Canada baraka.
Thank you very much. Badin jubirla ka fale dron ko fo wati do inshallah ala barka baki.